Happy Monday, guys. Welcome to another Ed Puzzle. This one we're doing word problems. The word problems are going to have variables on both sides. So they'll be similar to the word problems we've done in the past, but like always have a little bit of difference to them. We'll start with a word problem refresher. This is the type we've done in the past. This one is about Colby One Kenobi because today is May the 4th be with you. Okay. Colby One Kenobi is buying gear for his next galactic battle. He spent $50 on a communication device, and the rest he spent on lightsabers that cost $250 each. If he spent a total of $1,800, how many lightsabers did Colby buy? All right, so what we're going to do is break this up and organize the information before we try to solve the problem. The variables, the part we don't know. The variable is how many lightsabers did Colby buy? So we'll say X is equal to lightsabers. Okay. The coefficient I'm going to highlight in the same as the variable because the coefficient goes with the variable. It's the number in front of the variable. So it says lightsabers cost 250, so our coefficient would be 250. All right, the next one is our constant. Our constant is the number that's all by itself, happens once. He spent $50. That is our constant. His outcome is our total. What was the total amount that he spent? And the total amount was 1,800. Okay, so now I'm going to write my equation. We said that 250 is going to go. So we spent the money on lightsabers and the communication device for a total of 1,800. So there's my equation. I am going to solve this using inverse operations. So 250x equals 1,750. Divide by 250. That means x is equal to 7. Word problem, so what are we going to do? We are going to answer with a sentence. So Colby 1 bought 7 lightsabers. Sounds like he's ready for a big battle. So what we're going to do today, all right, is we're going to do word problems, except now, just as all these equations that we've been doing so far, we're going to have equations on both sides of equal signs. So there's going to be more than one variable. So we just got to be looking at what's going to happen here. So on Saturday, you bowl at Mar Vista Bowl, where renting shoes is $2 and each game is $3.50. On Sunday, you bowled at Pins, where the shoes are $5 and each game is $3.25. If you spend the same amount on each day, how many games were bowled? Well, it tells us G were games bowled, so that is our variable. We'll say G is equal to games bowled. That says bold. I'm sorry for the handwriting. The coefficients. Now, there are 2 coefficients because there's 2 different days bowled. So my coefficients are each game was 325 and each game was 350. So we have 350 and 325. My constants, so like that initial amount that we spent, I have a $2 and a $5 initial amount to spend. So $2 and $5. This is a little weird, the outcome. So we have 2 coefficients, 2 constants. We don't necessarily have an outcome because we don't know when they're equal to each other. I do have an equation though, okay? 2 and 350 went together. So it was $2 plus 350 per game. We want to know, when is that the same as $5 plus $3.25 per game? There we go. Variable on both sides. So this goes right into that solving we're doing. We're going to move the smaller variable. In this case, is $3.25. Okay, so we have 2 plus 0.25 per game is equal to 5. Now I'm using my inverse operation. Continue with inverse operations to get 0.25g is equal to 3. And finally, divide by 25 cents So G is equal to 12. What does that mean? The question was, how many games were bowled when they played the same amount? They bowled 12 games each day. Okay, so a lot of the time in this problem is still spent identifying the problems and setting up the equation before we solve. And as we've seen a lot of times what happens with word problems, the harder part is setting it up. And then the easier part is going to be actually solving it. Let's do two more here. A 12-inch candle and an 18-inch candle are lit at 6 p.m. Okay, the 12-inch candle burns at 0.5 inches per hour. The 18-inch candle burns at 2 inches every hour. What time will they be the same height? Let H represent the number of hours. So H is equal to hours. Okay, our coefficients. So we have a 12-inch candle. Oh, I'm sorry. The first one burns at, it's going down at 0.5 per hour. The other one is going at 2 inches per hour. Our constant, we have a 12-inch candle and we have an 18-inch candle. I'm not going to use outcome. All right. Those four titles help us to identify. You don't necessarily need to use them all the time. All right. So here we go. My first one, the 12-inch candle, 12-inch. It is burning, so decreasing at half an inch per hour. We want to know when is that the same or equal to an 18-inch candle that is burning or decreasing at 2 inches per hour. There's my equation, variable on both sides. So I'm going to go about solving this equation by moving the smaller variable. -2 is smaller than -0.5. Would it matter if you added 0.5 to each side? No, you could get the same answer. I always like moving the smaller variable because then my variable is positive as I work through the problem. Okay? Now, inverse operation. Get rid of the 12, so 1.5h is equal to 6. Divide by 1.5. H is equal to 9. What does that mean? Oh, the candles will be the same height. In 9 hours. Okay, take your time to set it up. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. All right, last one, and then you are going to get to do some practice. Tim is choosing between two cell phone plans that offer the same amount of free minutes. Singular's plan is $39.99 a month with an additional cost, minutes costing 45 cents. Verizon is $44.99 with additional minutes costing 40 cents. This must be an old problem because no one pays for minutes anymore. But let's see how we can figure this out. What is the variable? It says how many additional minutes. They said A, so we'll say A is equal to minutes, which is a weird variable, but we'll go with it. So it looks like singular is 45 cents, so one of the coefficient is 0.45. The other coefficient is 0.40. All right. Singular charges $39.99. Don't round it. I know someone's saying, can we round it? The answer is no. The other one is $44.99. All right. So here is our equation. Singular is $39.99 a month plus 45 cents per minute extra. Okay. What was the other one here? Verizon is $44.99 a month plus 40 cents. So what we're trying to figure out is when are the minutes equal, give us the equal price for the monthly pay. All right. Let's move that smaller variable. So I have 39.99 plus 0.05a is equal to 44.99. All right. Subtract away 39.99. And get 0.05a is equal to $5 divided by 0.05. A is equal to 100. So what does that mean? After 100 minutes, the plans cost the same. All right. So please make sure you spend the time and do the practice. There are 4 problems. One is very challenging. So I hope you try all 4, but we have to do 3 of them that are very similar to the ones we just did. Okay. Take your time to set up all the questions. Identify the constants and coefficients before you start writing the equations. And remember, we're looking for, so in each one of these, there is a variable on each side of the equal sign. All right. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.